have to manage the playbook and the huddle without as much experience as some of the other players on the roster.
Yeah. I don't know. That's his opportunity. And he's done a good job with it. He's embraced it. He's worked hard. He's improved a lot as a receiver. And snaps he's had a quarterback in practice. And tonight, he's done a pretty good job with.
Bill, what's your impression been of Keon White, this summer and tonight out here in his debut?
Yeah, he's getting better. We'll have to look at the film on the game. But, yeah, Keon's improved, all through the spring and in training camp here. And, we'll see how it went tonight. But it seemed like it was all right.
Hi again. In terms of DeMario, we saw him, I think, return a punt and get a few snaps on offense, but not a big workload for him. What goes into your decision in getting him suited up for just a few snaps, or how do you decide how a rookie like that is going to kind of get in and out pretty quick?
Yeah. Again, the play time is, kind of based on how the practices have gone. So guys that got more work in practice got less time in the game, and guys that got less work in practice got more time in the game. So we can evaluate everybody.
How'd you rate Bailey Zappe's job tonight?
Sorry?
How would you rate Bailey Zappe's job?
Yeah, we'll take a look at it. Didn't turn the ball over. Thought he, had some good throws, some tough situations, some long yardage or some pressure. So take a look at it.
Bill, Anthony Fricks, I got to play tonight. Could you just talk a little bit what you saw from him?
Yeah, again, look, I can't sit here and give you a rundown on every player. There's a lot of plays going on out there. I can't do that. But Fricks had a good spring with us, good camp with us. He's shown up positively. Smart kid, catches the ball well, and it was good to have him out there.
Bill, you mentioned, you mentioned some of the pressure that Bailey dealt with. Is it difficult to evaluate his night tonight because of the situation with the pressures and having guys in his face?
Yeah, well, we're, dealing with some injuries on the offensive line, but, the guys that were in there, he got some experience, but, yeah, it was tough for the backs and it was tough for the quarterbacks. So, yeah, we didn't have a lot of space on the offense, for the most part tonight.
Bill, over the last couple seasons, we mostly saw Jalen Mills at cornerback. Just what have you seen from him this summer at safety?
Yeah, Jalen's, experienced guy. He's played safety and played all the positions really in the secondary. He's played the nickel, played the corner, and played safety. At Philly here, he played safety here his first year for, better part of the, I think all the spring, and then, a little bit in training camp. So he's a smart, versatile guy. He's played all his positions in the NFL. It gives us some good versatility and experience at different spots.
I think we saw Marte hanging out with Steve for a lot of the game. Do you have a sense of what they were working on or what Marte was doing? Was he logging plays or?
Yep.
And why is that valuable for him when he's not playing?
So you hear the call and follow the game. Yeah, somebody's got to do it, so we let him do it.
Is that a unique thing for him or just?
No, I said somebody's going to do it. So player that's not going to play in the game, that's a way to keep them engaged and involved.
Cunningham, that's new. Andrew Callahan in the back. Bill, it looked like you guys went tempo offensively in that second series. Anything you or Coach O'Brien were just trying to achieve or see there on that drive?
Yeah. No, we've mixed that in from time to time all year, so yeah, it's not a big thing.
Is there anything you saw on that drive as you went tempo that you feel like you learned seeing that in a game setting?
No, it's just more of the operation. It's experience of the operation.
Hey, Bill, how did you think Bryce did with the punting game? He was in there for the first half.
Yeah, again, we'll take a look at it. Yeah, I don't know. We'll see.
Hey, Bill, just wondering is it more of a progression now, or is it a big jump between this past week and next week when you go to Green Bay and the Joints?
Every day is an opportunity, so just try to make the most of every opportunity, whether it's practice here or practicing at Green Bay or Tennessee or playing the games or whatever it is. So just try to get the most out of what we can to help get our team ready and just take it as it comes. So I don't know how hard or easy it is, but whatever it is, just try to get the most out of it.
On the turnover where Keon White was in the backfield, what did you see from how he played that play where they maybe had a little fumbled exchange there?
Yeah, it looked like he was just unblocked off the edge, running him off the ball. Yeah, I'm not sure exactly what happened. I mean, looked like he just came clean though. Great. Okay. Thank you.
Jalani Tavai. What's up, guys? How you doing? Good. You know. Oh, damn, that's loud. How y'all doing?
Just how would you describe the first preseason game from the defensive standpoint? It seemed like you were sort of in the middle as the signal caller, maybe a little bit tonight.
Yeah, it was a lot of fun. You know, a lot of the guys had a lot of those jitters the first game. You know, especially the younger guys, myself included. But it was fun to just go out there and run around again and just, you know, make plays. But yeah.
Jelani, I see the shirt you're wearing. I know Hawaii has a special place in your heart. If you could speak a little bit to the fires going on in Maui right now and what you're thinking about.
Yeah, so I'm not sure if everybody saw, but there's a big fire out there in Maui. I've had a lot of family and friends who lost their homes in the fires, and a lot of I don't know, it's a big tragedy right now. A lot of people lost their lives, and I'm just trying to bring awareness to it. There's a lot of GoFundMes. I'm trying to get a lot of donation, clothes, like diapers, whatever we can get our hands on to send out there. So as much as I can do, I'm going to do. But yeah, it's tough being out here and you're so far away from the islands and you can't do much but just pray. So right now, it was nice to be out there and play football because it got my mind off of that and allowed me and the other guys to just go out there and have fun, you know, not think about what's going on out in the world, but just, you know, be free and play football.
Speaking of playing football, when you see a guy like Malik Cunningham, your teammate, come in off the bench,
Yeah.
hasn't played a whole lot of quarterback in training camp.
Yeah. It's exciting. You know, you got to find your way on the field, you know. He's been practicing a lot at quarterback and receiver, and I'm just excited to see him get his opportunity. So as a teammate, he's been one hell of a rookie, and I'm just like I said, hopefully he just stacks his own days because sky's the limit for him.
Thoughts on Keon White, another rookie, just what you've seen from him since he's got here?
They're all good. They're all good teammates. They're gonna have to earn their stripes, and hopefully he just, like I said, hopefully he stacks his own days and just stays healthy. But right now we're literally week 1 preseason, so we don't know what's what until we get there, and then we'll figure it out.
You have a very special family. What's it like playing with your brother, and what are you telling him now?
Shoot, it was exciting to see him run around today. I know he had a nice play out there in the third or fourth quarter, but I'm literally just telling him to have fun. You know, it's football. It's what we've played our whole life. I know it's at a higher caliber, but it's 11 on 11. You're either gonna have a one-on-one or a double team, regardless. But if you have that one-on-one, there's no reason for anybody to even think about trying to block you. So he's just gonna have to look at the tape, go over it, see what his mistakes are, and just build on what he's started today. So today's literally his foundation, and he can go from wherever after that.
And I was thinking about this. I think you guys had just 5 full pads practices leading up to this game. I might have the number wrong, but close, not that many. Just from a player's perspective, I'm curious, does it feel like that was enough to prepare you to go out and do sort of what you had to do today?
It's like I said, it's football. We've been doing this our whole lives. It doesn't matter if we have padded practices or not. We have to go into every practice as if it's a game situation. So even if we don't have pads, we have to put in the details. We have to know what's going on. Everything's situational, So it's on us as professionals to go into every practice as if it is a true game. So we have to stay low pad levels, striking, everything. So that's what practice is for.
Thank you, Jalani. Jalen Mills is next.
Hi, guys.
Jalen, we saw you go out there. It's a preseason game, but for you as a veteran, you went out there playing like it was more than a preseason game. We saw you giving a lot of effort out there. We've talked to some of the rookies on the team throughout camp. They've talked about how the veterans have been there for them, so much, but in listening year, has that been you out there tonight? Were you just like setting a precedent and, trying to lead by example for some of the younger guys?
Yes. This whole off season, starting from April to the start of camp, even up to now to this game, we've been talking about building a foundation. And I think me as a veteran guy, granted it is a preseason game, the younger guys, the lights are bright still. They don't know that the crowd, it's not full in the stadium, but you can be a little anxious, So I think just me with my presence, being here multiple times, and then going out and just showing them that, we practice hard enough, and those same plays that we make at practice, you can make in the game. Just go out there and trust yourself. So I think that was just kind of the message that I was trying to send, is just go out there and be yourself and make plays.
Where do you feel your place is in this secondary in the post-Devin McCourty era, both as a player and a leader, maybe?
Yeah. Honestly, it's wherever coach sees fit. I can play in the slide. I can play strong safety. I can play free safety. I can blitz off the edge. I can do a lot of different things. So I think it's just about coaching them, trusting them to put me in the right position to help this defense make plays and help the team win games.
Jalen, can we go back to the interception and just sort of what you were reading there, what you saw?
Yeah. I was actually in man-to-man with the tight end. He was in the backfield, though. It was a longer down and distance, so I kind of showed a too-high look. I think it was Miles Bryant who was next to me. Once the tight end kind of chipped and released through, I knew that I could take him from depth, but I just kept eyes on the quarterback, and he just so happened to look to his right, my left, and I was able to get underneath the route and intercept the ball.
Jalen, picking up on that, you've played inside, outside. You've played up in press coverage and played back.
Yep.
What's the difference for you being able to read the field and be able to have that perspective from basically center field, I guess, to see the quarterback's eyes and make the read on the ball?
I think it starts with, of course, down the distance, of course. It's a little different at safety, a lot more communication, but knowing the down the distance, knowing the situation, and then being able to manipulate the quarterback here and there at safety. At corner, it's either you're up or you're back, So at safety, I can be on line of scrimmage, go to the middle of the field. I can be back, like I just told Mike, and have a guy in the backfield and just playing from depth. So I think it's just about being able to disguise more as safety, and that's kind of what I can do.
Hey, Jalen, just back to the interception. After you picked it off, you were running around quite a bit, cutting back and forth. On a play like that, is that something, for there to be no holdings, no block in the back, is that something you guys work on, or how much communication is going on between you and the blockers in real time when you're trying to return a ball like that?
Yeah, it's definitely something we work on. We have our turnover days where we work on Fridays, where we're lined up as a defense and coach may randomly throw it to the corner, a linebacker, a safety, even a D lineman, and everybody is trying to block a certain guy, read a lane and get to the end zone. We do it on air, but it's definitely something we work on. So it's just, it's just second nature by that time when you get in the game where everybody's just trying to get a block and help the guy get into the end zone.
Looked like there was a lot of positive energy on the sidelines when Malik Cunningham was in the game. Tell me a little bit about what it was like getting a chance to watch him play and do what he did.
Yeah, I mean, Malik is a young guy who comes in every day, super humble, works hard at practice, and you see him give max effort, and that's what you kind of want to see from young guys. Kind of made the transition from quarterback to receiver, and now making it back a little bit back to quarterback. So just to see that and him execute at a good level and get in the end zone, man, you can't do nothing but be happy for a young guy like that.
Jalen, just want to ask you about the run stuff. Also, it looked like you kind of had a beat on the play.
Yeah. Which play?
Tackle for loss.
Oh yeah. Well, we were actually I was manned up on the tight end, and I heard the offensive line communicating a little bit as far as who they were blocking. And once I heard that, I knew that it was run. So as soon as they snapped the ball, my guy blocked down, which now I don't have anybody in coverage, and I just shot the gap and made the tackle.
Jalen, it seemed like Keon White up front was pretty active tonight. What have you just seen from him since he's been here?
Yeah, Keon is a super, super quiet guy, like super quiet, but he also works hard. I think that goes to the guys who are in front of him, Judon, Wise, Gotchow. They show him, the veteran guys show him how to be a professional, and he comes in and executes, man, and that's all we can ask from him. To work hard and come in each and every day to try to get better.
Jalen, speaking of the young guys, what did you say of Christian Gonzalez in his first game?
Yeah. We talked about that tackle that he had, that first tackle on the sideline. Told me it woke him up a little bit, but he said that he needed that. But I think Gonzo, he had a pretty good outing. I really didn't get to see too much of him because they were running the ball a lot, of course. But with Gonzo, he's the same thing. He put him in that bucket with those young guys, this whole rookie class coming in, working hard, each and every day asking questions and striving to get better.
Thank you, Jalen.
Yeah.
Bailey Zappe,
What's up?
Walk us through that 27-yard pass to Tyquan Thornton and the connection you've been able to make with him over the last couple of weeks.
Yeah, so the play that was called, he had a, MOR, a mandatory outside release vertical or go, and they just so happened to cloud that side. So for us, it's like a hole shot. So that's kind of the mindset when I was going in. I was waiting for the corner to squeeze down on the out, and I was able to put it up there and just kind of give Tyquan, a chance to go up there and get it. He made a heck of a play. It was nice to see him go up there and get it. So that's props to him for that.
Just take us through what's sort of the message here after the game. Obviously, I would assume, offensively, probably not as productive overall as you would want, but how would you break it down, Bailey?
Yeah, I mean, like every game, there's goods and bads. So the good part about it, we're in preseason still. We can come tomorrow, we can watch film. We can learn from the bad and improve on the good stuff. So, it's not always as bad as you think, and it's not always as good as you think when you go back and watch the film. So that's the good part about it. We get to go back tomorrow and get back to work.
finally asked that question. Just from practice more than tonight, the sidearm stuff, it seems like you're kind of experimenting with. What's the method behind that madness?
Yeah, you got to keep up with the new trends around the league, I guess. Yeah, that was kind of something this offseason I worked on with QB Country, the people I train with, and just being able to throw around guys instead of trying to throw it over, try to prevent, knockdowns or incomplete balls. and just, being able to move in the pocket and really just throw around guys. I mean, that's pretty as simple as it can be, just trying to get it as easy as I can to the receivers and let them do what they're best at.
Hey, take us inside the quarterback room. I know you guys are a team and everybody's competing for a spot, but when Malik came in, he did well and you guys were happy for him. Take us inside that room.
I mean, we want what's best for the team. We want to win, no matter who's out there. Malik came in and did a phenomenal job, did a really good drive, had a really good drive, scored the only touchdown of the game, did really good in both run game and the pass game, and it was really nice to see him do that, especially his first game in the NFL, to be able to go out there and kind of put the jitters aside and play like he did was really good to see. And, I think, like everybody, I'm sure he had those little nerves, little jitters the first play or so, but, as the drive went on, you could tell he got comfortable with it. So to be able to see him score a touchdown and how excited he got was really good.
Bailey and I've been asked so often about working with Bill O'Brien and Evan this year. I'm curious what it was like being in a game, in between series, and the communication and the conversations you had. How would you describe going through a game experience, going to the sideline, talking to Coach O'Brien, talking to Evan about what you saw out there, what happened, and whatnot?
Yeah, I mean, I think everything went good. We always talk about clear, concise communication, and I think that's something that we really try to pride ourselves on. So that's big, especially from the quarterback to the offensive coordinator. Being able to see things, they have different view on the sideline as we do on the field. So there's some times where I come off the field and he's like, hey, how did you see this? And I can tell him, like, oh, I saw this guy. He slooped a little too far, or they had too many guys in the box, so I went this way instead of that way. So that's always a big part of, after the series going into the next series, us just, kind of hashing things out. Like, this is what's going on. This is the front they're giving us. These are the pressures. These are the runs that, we feel like they're, can really exploit the defense. And that's kind of how the conversations go off the field after a series going into the next one.
Kind of piggybacking on Steve's question, how would you characterize your relationship with the rest of the quarterbacks in that room, including Mac Jones?
I mean, I think it's, this quarterback room is, we're all, like I said, we all want to win. That's the main objective of everybody on this team. We want to do what's best for the team, and I mean, that's pretty much as simple as it can be.
Bailey, you got to play with Anthony Ferkser tonight. Could you just talk a little bit about what he brings to you guys, especially as a veteran?
Yeah, Anthony's he's a great tight end. He's really great for our tight end room. I mean, I think we have really good depth at the tight end room, as many of the rooms as we have on the offensive side of the ball. But Ferk's been like everybody. He's been improving every day, getting better route running, catching, just like everybody else has, this training camp. And I think he's done a really good job, just like everybody else has in that room. And, I'm really excited about the tight end room this year. I think we have a lot of great guys in that room. But thank you all.